Going live. Hey, I'm live. Good morning and welcome to Morning Coffee with Sandy. I almost chose patience as my mug today. Sip and a smile. I almost chose patience because I realized that I'm anticipating events and I need to just be patient while they unfold. You know what I mean? I'm going to start with the Fritzy report first. I don't even know what to say. The ups and downs. That's why I need patience. In the morning, I really thought that yesterday was going to be the end. Um, we had a good cry in this house. We did. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I was. Somebody set up their telephone for me. One of the caregivers set up a telephone so I could watch my mother. And there was really nothing to see. I mean, every once in a while she'd move her eyes and that would be about, but hardly even open them. No responses, just laying there. They told me her breathing, her oxygen levels were like in the 80s, very dangerous. They put her on oxygen. I really thought we were done. I really thought we were done. And then I got another call. And that call was, I got your mom sitting up now. I thought maybe you'd like to see her. There sits my mother with a smile on her face, sitting up, eyes open, looking right at me. I Mom, she said she wanted to talk to Sandy. She didn't talk to me. I don't, get that excited, but good morning, ladies. Lovely to see you this morning. Such a what today? There's such a delay at the beginning? Seriously. I wonder what that is. Have to check into that. There's no delay on this end at all. Anyway, I spent quite a bit of time on the phone, I FaceTiming, and I noticed that her lips were like swollen and raw, and I thought, well, how come they're not taking care of that? And I asked them if they had anything. They said they had something, and I said, all right, look, I didn't want to come by there because there's COVID there. I said, but I will come and I will drop off some Carmex and some Q-tips, so you can just like put it on with Q-tips, because that stuff I think is really good. So I got dressed and I went over there and I dropped him off, and just on a whim, I said, so do you think if I go to the window, I could see her? And I thought the answer for sure would be no. I did get her a hospital bed though, at the suggestion of the hospice nurse. And apparently everybody loves the hospital bed because they can sit her right up and she can have her oxygen. The oxygen was working and they said, let's give it a try. So I went through the bushes and I went over to where the window is. They sat her up and pushed the bed closer to the window. And there sits my little mama, happy to see me. Like it was just like any visit months ago, telling me that I look so cute. Okay, she used the word cute. She didn't say pretty. Maybe she said pretty and not beautiful. Whatever it was a compliment, and it came out of her mouth. And they were putting the stuff on her lips. And I said, Mama, that was part of my Hanukkah present, and I'm sharing it with you. And she said, good Hanukkah present. There were actual like sentences. I was blown away. I was totally blown away. And then I started to freak out a little bit because they have COVID at that place and I don't want it. And they had opened her windows about this much so she could hear me. I had to go home and get washed and sanitized. And I said, I'll talk to you again tomorrow. And if I can't, I can't. I mean, if that was like the last lucid moment, it was such a joyful, wonderful time. I can't complain. And by the way, the weather was fabulous yesterday. We were talking 70s yesterday. Um, Hospital beds are a godsend. Yeah, no, seriously. This visit was amazing. So my Fritzy report this morning is like all smiles. I mean, I don't know how she's doing what she's doing. And I'm not going to lie to you. In the morning, she was so out of it that I had that talk with her again. You know, that one that says, "You're free to go. Your husband wants you. We love you and we will be with you, talk to you in our dreams, in our sleep, in our prayers. You can go and we love you and we'll love you wherever we are." Now, I guess she wasn't ready yesterday, that's for sure. Oh, no wind. Nice. Um, Henry says that it's nice where she is. That's, where it's been like snowing and freezing cold. You just got the notification that I'm live on YouTube? Wait a minute. Okay, look. I'm not going to tell you that I don't sometimes show up at like 6:01 or 6:02, maybe on a bad day 6:03, but you can pretty much count on it that I'm going to be here at 6 o'clock. I don't know how you get on if you don't get a notification. I don't know. So let's see what else is going on today. Oh, I know. I had a couple of Fritzy related stories, just oddly enough. For instance, today is the birthday of Jack Ruby. Do you remember who Jack Ruby is? If you weren't like cognizant of the 60s, you won't remember him. But he's the guy who killed Oswald, who was accused of killing Kennedy. Got that? He got into the jail somehow, and when they were transporting Oswald, Jack Ruby shot him on live TV. We all saw it happen. He shot him on live TV, and he ended up going to jail for that. And there was always a question of whether he was a huge Kennedy supporter and was really angry, or if he was working for the same people that Oswald was and he didn't want him to talk, or, there were a million different theories about what happened. I don't know that we'll ever really know the truth. So why am I sharing this lovely story with you? First, let me get that hair out of my face. There, hair's out of face. Why am I sharing these crazy stories with you? Well, because, okay, now follow this along. And Carla, my dear, dear old friend, if you happen to be watching today, I hope you'll share this with your mom. I'm not even sure you know this, because Jack Ruby's mother, Jack Ruby is the guy who did the shooting, his mother lived next door to Phyllis Singer. That's Carla's mom, by the way. Also, one of Fritzy's oldest, dearest friends in Chicago. That's all. Just coincidence, that this guy is like this famous for shooting the guy who shot the president. I shot the guy who shot the president. It's like I shot the sheriff. And he happens to have a mother who lives next door to my mother's dearest friend. So that's the story of Jack Ruby. But wait, there's more. It's also this is not Jack Ruby's birthday, by the way. This is the anniversary of the day he died. But it is Ray Milland's birthday. And it's another Fritzy-related story, because one day my mother and father were flying somewhere, and they were in one of the airport lounges, and standing up at the lounge with a bottle of whiskey is Ray Milland. So my mother kind of saunters on over and says hello to him, and he hands her the bottle. She takes a hit out of the bottle. Now you have to understand, my mother was not much of a drinker, so that makes the story hilarious to me, because I have this vision of my cute little mom walking into a bar. So one day, anyway, I have this vision of my mother walking into a bar, and there's this famous actor at the bar drinking whiskey out of a bottle, and my mother goes over and takes a hit out of the bottle with him. The picture to me is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And if you knew my mother, it would be even funnier. It is so totally out of character for her, but she loved to tell that story. She loved to tell that story. Let's see. Oh, all your snow is melted. Is that good? I mean, isn't it sloshy when the slow? I don't remember a lot of growing up in Chicago, but I do remember slush. I do remember slush. It was kind of, I don't know. I guess in some ways for a kid it was fun because you could go sliding around in it. Mm. Stephen Still's birthday. How can you not just like go crazy when that guy plays his guitar? Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Stephen Stills, happy birthday to you from Morning Coffee with Sandy, where you can get a sip and a smile. What else? Okay, it's chocolate covered cherry day. Double loser in my book. I know you're not going to believe this. Well, maybe you will believe it because I've talked about things like this before. You know, I'm not a big chocolate fan. I'll eat it, you know, but not like in its like a usual form. I'll have it like as a brownie. I'll eat a brownie. I'll eat a piece of chocolate cake, but not like a piece of chocolate candy. Chocolate covered cherry day. Sorry, I've never had a cherry. Seriously, you would be blown away at the fruits I've never tasted before. I love vegetables. I'm happy to eat pretty much any vegetable. And now that I am an adult, I eat many more fruits than I ate when I was younger. But I've still never had a cherry, a tangerine. Once I had a peach, but I didn't like the texture of it, so I never had another one. I used to have like a little arbor when I lived in Riverside, and we had champagne grapes growing in the arbor. And they were teeny tiny little green things, and they were actually very sweet and yummy. And occasionally when I was outside, I would grab one and taste it. But honestly, never had like popped a grape and ate it, at least not on purpose. If there was one cut up in my fruit salad and it accidentally got into my mouth, I'd probably spit it out. Never had a grapefruit. Never, and I could go on and on. You don't really want to know, do you? I mean, I'm just not a love berries, bananas, apples, melons, most melons. I didn't used to like green melons, but they're okay with me now. I'll eat that. Anyway, that's my fruit story for today. Chocolate covered cherry day. It's also drinking straw day, and you, I hope, have jumped on the bandwagon that if you are served anything with a plastic straw, you hand the straw back and say, not good for the environment. Not good. Be kind and be capable of big things. And the big things might be starting with little things that grow into big things, like save our planet. Let's get rid of those plastic straws. It's also, I love this. It's not fruitcake day. It's fruitcake toss day. Okay. I've never eaten fruitcake for all of the reasons I mentioned earlier. It has all kinds of things in it that I would never put into my mouth. But the thought of a fruitcake toss, because I mean, if we got a fruitcake as a gift at holiday time, it usually became like a centerpiece or a doorstop. I don't remember ever like cutting up a fruitcake and saying, "Hi, would you like fruitcake with your coffee?" No, 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 no. So I think having a national day to have a fruitcake tossing contest is brilliant. It's brilliant. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. It is the anniversary of the death of Phil Everly. Do you remember Don and Phil, the Everly brothers? Boy, I sure do. They were 50s and into the 60s, but I remember as a kid just loving them. So I thought maybe this morning I could do a little medley for you. What does it say? Oh, that's true. You wouldn't do that nowadays. No drinking after anyone. That's right. You would never share. Sharing a bottle. Watched a special last night at Comedians. It was the death of 2020, and they were funny, talking about what we'll never see again. That would be one of them. Sharing a bottle with somebody. Done with that one. All right, Everly Brothers. How about dream? Dream, 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 dream. Dream, dream, dream when I want you. And all your charms when I feel blue and need your arms. You know what the Everly Brothers said? All you have to do is dream, dream, dream. How about bye bye love, bye bye happiness, hello loneliness. Yeah, they were pretty awesome, huh? Like me, right? I'm sure. Aren't you like digging this? I mean, like it's a trip down memory lane. You singing along? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, I almost forgot my favorite one. It might not have only been their song, and you might have sung it in church, but I loved it. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. That's going to be an earworm all day long. You're going to be singing, he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got you and me, sister. Okay, you get the idea, right? That was it. That was my Everly Brothers medley. Wake up, little Susie. Wake up. Good one for the morning coffee thing, right? Wake up, little Susie. Wake up. Oh, come on. They were awesome, and you know it. Everly Brothers. Here's to you, Don. Here's to you, Phil. Phil, we miss you. I went to see them, by the way, and I think it's Phil's son who took his place in the duo. And they were actually really good, and it sounded just like the Everly Brothers, so I kind of enjoyed that. Haven't been to a concert in a long time. That kind of is on our list of bye-bye in 2021, huh? Well, we'll see. We have a new way of going to concerts. It's called Zoom. It's called the internet. It's called TV. Yeah. Life is different. Life is different. But that's not necessarily bad. We've learned a lot, haven't we? Okay. All right. It's 3 days into the new year. How many of your resolutions have you already broken? Remember, we're doing goals. We're not doing resolutions. Resolutions get broken. Goals, you can keep moving toward them. And sometimes you may, like slip back a little bit and then move forward a little bit. So look, goals, I like goals. I'm still keeping that goal that I'm not telling you about, but I'm telling you that I'm keeping it, because if I wasn't keeping it, I would have to tell you, and I don't want to tell you that I'm not doing what I said I was going to do. So keep your word in 2021. It will make a difference in your life, because you can take anything away from a person, but not their integrity. If you have it, you have it. True story, that. And did you look at the word art this morning? Check it out. Check it out. It only takes a moment. Hey, I'm going to see you. Let me just see if there's any other messages here I need to read. Mud. I don't like mud. No, I actually doing a goal now. I wonder what that is. And fruitcake is disgusting. I agree with that one. Yeah. Okay. I think no cherries, chocolate covered strawberries. No, wait a minute. I could do a chocolate covered strawberry if it's lightly chocolated. I could do that. I'm with you on that one. Okay. I'm going to do the rest of my morning routine, which involves getting ready for tomorrow morning. I know. Isn't that crazy? And I have to get some fresh coffee too. But thank you again to my friend Sherry for sending me this gorgeous mug. Kind, beautiful, and capable of big things. So I'll see you tomorrow for a sip, a smile, hopefully a good Fritzy report. Love you. Thank you for being here with me. It means so much to me to have you here. Truly, it does. See you tomorrow. Bye.